Greetings employees, and welcome to the very first Q&A video. I never really got to do anything in celebration of the 5K milestone, so let's just call it that, but a little late. A little. With that in mind, I prompted the people of my Discord server to send me some questions that I can answer for a video. I never really gave them a topic to stick to, so I absolutely got some shitter questions. Some of my favorites include, how often do you jork it? Never gonna know that one, lads. Do you prefer versus or co-op shitting? While I would absolutely love to have somebody there comforting me for the second Battle of Stalingrad I'm doing, I prefer to look people dead in the eyes as they're dropping their next duke. Until they flush, get up, and walk away, which means I've officially won the staring contest. If you had to fistfight any YouTuber, who would it be and why? And why is it Ryan's World? We aren't doing an unboxing video, we're just doing a boxing video. With the goofy-ass questions out of the way, how about we get into some more relevant topics? First question is, what animals reside in your home? I've talked about him a couple times on stream, and I've shown bunches of pictures on Discord, but I have a cat. He's the cutest thing on the planet, but every time my alarm goes off, he immediately thinks that it's food time. In my eyes, this turns him into the most annoying thing on the planet. At the end of the video, I'm just going to include a bunch of footage of Tig, so just look forward to that. Smooth transition into the next question, which Abno would you have as a pet? A lot of them are just genuinely off the table due to the sheer fact that some of them are humanoid. So no, people, I am not keeping Queen of Hatred as a pet. That's like morally wrong. I'd probably have to say that I'd take Brazen Bull as a pet. Like, have you seen the way that cows look and behave? Those things are just 800-pound dogs. Imagine having an 800-pound dog that is on fire and made of bronze. That is a power play against the Chihuahua owned by Cheryl from 2 Doors Down. Would I be down to cosplay my E.G.O? Fun fact, that E.G.O is actually modeled off of the clothes that I own already. If I'm not lazy in post, then I'll put a picture of all the clothes laid out on my bed. I don't have the cowboy hat, and I don't have the wings, because those are going to be a bitch to make. But it doesn't mean I can't get a cowboy hat. Now, will you see me wearing them? That's a question up for debate. I haven't even done a face reveal yet, and that's another can of worms that doesn't need to be opened right now. But who knows? I have all the pieces. What is the name for my E.G.O? For a while, I had a single idea for the name of my E.G.O. That being Old Major's Dream. Since Project Moon loves to reference literature in their works, I thought it would be very poignant to reference George Orwell's Animal Farm with this one. But with the context of the story not making enough sense for it, I decided to scrap that idea. Instead, I have a somewhat fitting and somewhat polarizing name. The name of this E.G.O is Farm Watch. Though in all serious, to not piss off the Limbus players, I'll have to say that the name of the E.G.O is Liberation. This represents my character's figurative liberation from the manager themselves. I don't currently have any ideas on the name if I were to become a distortion or an abnormality, so I'll leave it up to the comment section to figure that one out. Will I ever stop posting Project Moon Man characters? Oh, my sweet summer child. You poor, poor innocent soul. I mean, eventually, there's like a limited amount of characters within the franchise. Just know that for now that we haven't even broken 100 and there's at least a minimum of 600 characters in the franchise. So don't expect any of the man images to go anywhere anytime soon. I don't even play Roblox. In all honesty, this was just kind of inspired of a Finn and Jake image with the Roblox man face on them. Thought that was fucking hilarious. If I could apply for any wing besides Lobotomy Corporation, which one would it be? Some of you may know, some of you may not know, but my actual profession in real life is actually cooking. And unfortunately, there is no wing in the city that actually has to do anything with cooking specifically. But as far as just job security goes in general, I think I'd probably have to go with J-Corp. Working at the kitchen and casino would probably be a good paying job. Plus, you know your bank account is secure with them. Aside from that, though, I probably wouldn't be privy on working with a wing specifically. Next question is, what's your favorite magical girl? Didn't see any restrictions here to the question, so I'm just gonna have to answer Magia by... Huh, that was weird. Video cut off for a little bit. Anyways, King Agreed is probably the best looking one. The fact that she uses a big ass gauntlet to beat down the enemy with is fucking awesome. What was the first thing that infected me with Project Moon? A good friend of mine actually introduced me to Lobotomy Corporation first. By that time, Ruina had already come out, but since I hadn't played Lobotomy Corporation first, he figured that I should give this one a shot. And boy, what a good decision that was. LobCorp's always been my favorite, sheerly because of the abnormality designs. When I was younger, I was really into SCP, and this reminded me a lot of that. The comparison is done to death nowadays, but still, that's the exact reason why I got into it. Then I played Ruina and got into the rest of the franchise itself. Will I ever cover stuff from Library of Ruina, and how do I plan on doing it? At the current moment, there is an idea to cover Ruina content, but it probably won't be in the same style as the Lobotomy Corporation stuff. There's still a couple more videos in the Lobotomy Corporation series, so look forward to those, I guess. But as far as Ruina goes, I haven't really settled on an exact idea yet. Send me some suggestions. Would I ever consider making something related to Wonder Lab or any non-game material from Project Moon? I've thought about this idea before, and I've thought about doing a retrospective video on Wonder Lab, analyzing the comic itself and see how good it was for the franchise. I know that the comic itself was decanonized from the lore of Project Moon, so that makes the topic a little bit more delicate to handle. I'll consider something for Wonder Lab, and I'm currently reading Distortion Detective live, so there's also that. After that, I'll probably take a look at Leviathan as well. Why didn't Tonrep just leave the company? Is he stupid? Yeah, so you can't necessarily leave Lobotomy Corporation according to the lore. If you wish to resign, then they just kill you, and or turn you into an abnormality. I don't know which is worse. Maybe if the character was at a branch office, then it would have been different, but you don't just get to leave the main office. For the final question of the day, we have a big one. What made me want to make videos? Originally was just Yu-Gi-Oh, then some PM brain rot on the side. But since I'm sure more of my audience recognizes the Tonrep Presents series, I've got an answer for that. Before I did make the actual series itself, I really did just want to make a guide to all the abnormalities. This is a franchise that I love dearly. As far as writing, character design, music, everything goes, it's a really well-crafted series. During the time that I was making the Tonrep Presents videos, I was actually going through a really tough time at work. Stress kept piling up and piling up. I got written up a bunch of times for stupid stuff, and a lot of things from work really started to affect my mental health. I felt like I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to about this either, since I was almost entirely isolated from my colleagues. I wanted to find a way that I could somewhat tell my story without directly telling my story. I'm not saying anything close to what actually happened in the Tonrep Presents series to Tonrep actually happened to me, but a lot of the emotions that I was feeling at the time of making the videos did translate into my work. From the uplifting start of the Zayn video to the absolute depression that was the Vav video, everything that I had translated from video form was at least somewhat similar to what I was feeling at the time. I didn't really think that things could get any better, but eventually they did. Not only that, but I had amassed a really great mass of followers. Seeing y'all's support on all the videos that I had made, it really uplifted my spirits during those times. Seeing as how I'm doing a lot better now, I decided that it would probably be best to give my character a good ending, and I don't think I would have been able to get there without you guys' help, so thank you. That all said and done, I do have a couple more videos in the series planned, so look forward to it. My name is Tonrep, and remember to face the fear, to build the future. Thank you.